Hello. Hi. We're here. We're late, but we're here. Playing Shadowrun. We'd have a change up in cast a little bit. We have Ian Flux here to join us for a episode. And we are currently missing a Cyrus, but hopefully we can get them back caught up. But overall, we're going to go ahead and introduce our players and all the shenanigans I'm sure they're talking about behind the scenes. And get ready to figure out what they think about what happened last run and what's going on so far. Hello, the players of Seattle. Just to give a small recap, because everyone was here last time. We had a run that was given out to try and get a piece of old Ares tech from, well, let's just say a junkie might be a good word for him. He was able to give you who owned the gun, and really that was about it. You guys were able to sort of figure out, though, where the warehouse was located for the gang of Halloweeners, and they were convinced that you guys were Ghostbusters trying to figure out and destroy the ghosts that were inside the warehouse, and you guys were able to gain access. Unfortunately, the boss was not so convinced, as everyone else ran out to go run after their motorcycles. After Hardwire was able to jack into them and just sort of run them out, the boss called your guys' bluff, and in one foul swoop, Red Ronin came in for vengeance and knocked him out pretty quickly and made short work of the fight. You guys were able to find the roughly about pizza box size box that the Johnson told you that the weapons would be located inside. And upon on the way, I guess, to the meetup to sell the weapons, Mason and Tigress both got the idea we probably should look at these weapons and see exactly what we were actually stealing. And there were three separate, what looked like today's credit cards. They were, after some knowledge and really thinking about what those were,
credit cards.
Yeah, they actually decided to be a good possibility of weapon launch codes for nukes to activate them. Back when Ares was using them to clear out Chicago from bug spirits, when the Universal Brotherhood was bringing bug spirits to Chicago. After the group sort of tried to get a more deep dig into who they were actually working for, he wasn't able to provide any information. But Karma was able to make a sale in the process, get a couple extra new yen on the side. And then a few days passed, and Tigress received a phone call about trying to get a hold of you guys to start another job. You guys decided to have lunch prior to going to the meet. Senor Chang's, I think it was the name of the restaurant. A hybrid restaurant, if you will. But a lot of a lot of upper class individuals are there, including the mayor of Seattle, who did take a bullet by the drive-by shooting that happened shortly prior. You guys were able to go ahead and wipe yourself on. You guys were able to wipe yourselves off of the camera, so that way there was no evidence that you guys were there in the slightest. You guys are currently standing outside of Senor Chang's. It's going to look a little wonky for a second stream, as we did have someone who lost internet. It almost doesn't look too bad, actually, weirdly enough. We just have me on Jbrews and Konami, and Konami, you're not playing Hardwire, so I hope you have that sheet ready. But other than that, you guys are all besides Konami, I should say, standing outside the Senor Chang's.
You guys, you ready to go back in? Ready to go in?
Well, shouldn't we go after those bikers?
I'm still a little hungry, man.
Bikers are gone by now, right? There's no way we're gonna be able to chase them down.
Yeah, you guys would be pretty far behind compared to when they left off and the time it would take you to go to the parking lot, make sure you guys are thoroughly scrubbed off the tapes.
So we're just gonna let them go? Gonna let them get away?
We can hunt them down, talk to some people, get some leads, see if... Are we positive they're coming for us? Do we know that?
Yeah, you're not
So
100% positive. They could have just been a random drive-by shooting.
Yeah, okay. So
Seems like the same people, though, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Hardwire was able to show you guys there was definitely definitely a group of individuals, and Karma as well was able to look at their astral signatures and definitely notice that most of them, if not all of them, were there at the night you guys went back and raided the warehouse.
So more or less, yeah, they were coming for us.
What time is it?
It's around lunchtime.
Does anyone know what time it is?
I almost said P.F. Chang's. Hello. Senor Chang's. You look down at your comm link, and it's about, like, 1:30 in the afternoon.
Well, we could go back and fight them. I mean, try to kill us. We should probably kill them before they try to kill us again, right? Eliminate the threat. Is that up to your
I agree with
code?
this. Yeah, less innocence, We're good.
I don't know, man. I think we should just let this one be.
You want more random bullets flying at you while you're getting some food?
Random bullets come and go. Not always pointed at me.
They're normal.
That's how it is living on this side of town.
I don't mind the bullets. It's the people that get hit that when they miss me.
Point, we did fuck up the mayor, governor? I don't know, some political bullshit.
The mayor and these 4 people that are also dead well, not dead, but injured.
Because we didn't finish it back at the place, we literally have made the news by Innocent's death.
I'm too hungry to think straight right now, man. I just need a minute.
I don't think any innocents died unless the mayor died.
Oh, solid point. We did save everybody. But they're at least hurt enough to make the news.
Hardwire's back. And about this time, you do see news vans and drones sort of fly up to Senor Chang's.
Are we still?
You guys
we're still out front.
You guys are currently not necessarily out front, but like in the parking lot that's off to the side of the building.
We should probably fuck off before they want a statement.
Aye, fuck off before they want a statement.
Perfect. You do that just fine. As you all begin to... are you guys all piling into the creepy white van with the microwave in the back?
Hey!
I'm gonna get my
Microwave's in
food
the
to
front.
go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can get your food.
Oh, you went back in?
I ran back in to get my food.
Yeah, just to carry the plate out. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
The place just got shot up. The last thing they're going to worry about is somebody taking a plate.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man, there's some glass in my food.
Oh.
Is that sriracha?
Yes.
Oh no, it's
That was
blood.
there before the shooting.
Buzzkill.
As you guys are getting ready to get into the van, You guys hear a loud gunshot. And what is the armor rating of your van? Thank you.
Paper.
Pretty much.
12.
12. You hear the bullet. It indents in a little bit, but it pretty much bounces off. But you look over to the passenger side door that was open, as there was a seat that was open and reserved for a certain individual who just looks down at their chest, and you see a exit wound on the other side. As you see Tigress with a giant hole in her chest, looking down and just sort of reaching for it.
Oh shit, man.
I proceed to fuck off. I'm in the driver's seat. I'm trying to just get the fuck out.
All right.
I mean, provided everybody's in the van.
Yeah, Tigress was the last one that was getting into the van when the shot ran off. You guys did hear a couple of shots that ratted up the back of the truck as you guys were beginning to peel off. As you guys see Tigress begin to fall as you guys drive off in the distance.
But she made it in the vehicle?
She did not. She fell out right outside the vehicle.
Okay, well then I have to jump out of the vehicle. So I have to follow my code, so I just open the door and jump out.
Let's tell Hardwire to fucking flip a Yui and be a shield while we try to at least get her to a hospital.
I fucking flip a Yui and be a shield until we can get her to a hospital.
All right, you flip the Yui. You hear the side of the truck just being rattled with live fire.
I'm gonna peek around the corner and fire just an entire mag of suppression, just in that wherever the bolt's direction is. Just keep their heads down.
Yeah. They as you're firing off your auto, just sort of spraying some suppressive fire. The bullets do stop rattling against the van as you guys are able to go ahead and get Tigress inside of the van, sort of laying back. Obviously, as a troll woman, she's a little larger, so it does take a couple of you to get her in the vehicle. Unless you are super high strength, and then you could sort of probably get her in by yourself.
I have a strength of 5. I could boost it if I want.
Well, you'd be able to get her in with the strength of 5. But you can, as you sort of get her in, you look down a little bit, and you are covered in blood as you get her inside. But you guys are able to all hop back into the vehicle and continuing to get the fuck out of Dodge before they want a statement.
How's her astral signature? She still alive?
Roll astral plus magic.
She's bleeding out in a van.
That's her chakra, though.
Hey, man, you can read a lot from someone's astral sign.
Oh yeah, but Hardwire has no idea how that works. You're asking about chakra.
I have some essential oils.
Was that with intuition?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I believe it's Arcana plus intuition.
Yeah. It's on my character sheet.
Yeah.
It's all coming back to me.
I believe in you. If anyone else would like to make a medicine check as well while this is happening, you're more than welcome to.
I'll try.
Okay.
Ooh. I got 0 hits
Okay.
and almost a glitch, but I guess either way it doesn't matter.
Did you want to use
two on a medicine?
any edge to re-roll those dice? It's
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just start healing.
Okay.
2 on a medicine.
You can see that her astral energy is definitely changing, but it's hard to get a read of exactly what parts are changing. It's just very rapid. And what'd you get on your medicine?
2.
2. Even if she makes it to the hospital, you don't know if she'll be able to survive from the hole that's in her chest. It's a pretty large round. You probably assumed it'd probably be an explosive round that would have done this. And it was definitely a high caliber shot, as you guys were able to very clearly hear the sound of a sniper that was shooting off.
We'll still take her then.
Well,
We'll
in
take her
my,
to the hospital.
as I cast heal, I got 8 hits.
8 hits. You cast heal, so go ahead and roll the drain for that.
Oh, I took. Oh no! 1, 2, 6. That's 6 ones. 1, 2. Out of 13 dice.
Okay. So you take the stun damage.
Yeah, what I say?
You said 8, right?
One hit. I got 1 hit, so I took 2 stun damage.
Okay. The heal goes off. You can see now as you get a closer look at her, she definitely has quite a bit of wear that's showing and now exposed. So the healing effects doesn't have as much oomph as you would like them to, but it looks like none of the heal sort of stuck. The bleeding has sort of stopped,
Yeah, then
but no additional healing. It looks like it really took place. There doesn't seem to, as you can sort of see more or less through the hole where the heart is, the heart has stopped beating at this point. And you guys are probably like 10 minutes away from the hospital.
It's not looking too good, man. Oh,
We're not gonna leave her in the street, so go in and we'll go from there.
Do we know if she had anyone close to her we should call?
could mind probe before she dies.
No.
Well,
Oh, her web browser history. No.
hey Hardwire, you mind checking her phone, see if she had any emergency contacts?
I check her phone for emergency contacts.
As-
It's saved to me, so it should be pretty easy.
Yeah, actually, as you check it, it has an incoming phone call from an unknown number. It seems to be blocked.
I answer it, but say nothing.
Is it on speaker?
Yeah, I'll put it on speaker.
I mean, I was just asking.
Hello? Hello? Hey,
Hello?
who is this?
What?
My name is Mason Reese.
Is she?
What is your name?
Is she okay?
Are you guys hearing this too?
Before I answer that question, may I ask who you are?
A friend.
Okay.
One I was really hoping that I would never have to make this phone call.
What do you mean?
A kill switch.
Kill switch?
Yeah. Contract.
Well, then I'm fairly certain you probably already know the answer to this, but no, she just took a large caliber round to the chest. We tried our best.
Okay. And you can hear that he's definitely taking deep breaths, trying to keep himself still. Yes, there is a contract. You guys are more than welcome to it. Otherwise, it's going to go to the highest bidder. It does not pay well, but if it's something you are interested in as someone who worked with her, then you guys have first dibs on it.
To go after her killer?
That's part of it, but it's also burying some information that was personal to her.
What do you say, guys? I'm down for it. Help her out.
The gang's in, I'm in. I put my hand up.
I continue driving, but I'm in.
I think we have a responsibility since there's nobody else.
All right. Well, before we start any of that, we kind of have a body to deal with. Did she perhaps leave any information on where she'd like to be buried, or burned, or anything like that?
Yes, actually. I'll send you the coordinates. I just talked to her this morning. Here, and he sent you a coordinates that's right at the Seattle and Barron's line, close to the coast.
Is that okay? Is this where she wants buried?
Yeah. There is a data chip there that will be hidden. There will be a single tree at that area, but it will have a false front. You can go ahead and get in with combination 58 Alpha 4. It will have a cred stick. This cred stick has every piece of information that she's had on her since she started running. Make sure that
She wants that destroyed.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Yes, destroyed, any sense possible, and then if you break it, smash it, bury it with her. Someplace they won't find it.
All right. Go ahead and send him yours or mine or whoever's information, hardwire.
Okay, I'll send him your information.
All right. We'll get it done. Here's our information. So should I just call you once murder is dead?
Yes, please. And it doesn't pay much, but all she left was $700 for each individual party that was represented and help assist with it. I do have someone
It's
that I can send with you guys for completing the mission. You have a number pop up on the phone you guys are calling with as a Konami. Reach out to this individual, very close friend of theirs as well. Unfortunately, you will have to break the news, but they'll understand.
All right. Well, we did unfortunately just gain an open slot. So.
Indeed. All right. Yes, please. I'll. Sorry, my name is Lucian.
Nice to meet you, Lucian. Under horrible circumstances.
Yeah. And he goes ahead and disconnects the line.
All right. I hope you guys weren't looking to get any sleep anytime soon.
Yeah, man, that's heavy. And I start packing a bowl. Do you mind if I smoke in here?
Yeah, I do actually. Don't
By the
muck
time
up the mystery machine, man.
By the time he's done talking, it's already packed. I'm already lighting it. And I'm smoking Bliss. Basically heroin.
All All right.
Just say.
You are in a state of bliss, that's for sure.
Go down.
Yeah.
Go. Go.
Is there a second-hand smoke to that?
Nah.
I can roll toxin resistance if you want.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I don't have to deal with that.
Right.
It's got a
Body
helmet
roll.
on for a reason.
Body and willpower, if you so choose.
There will be no secondhand issues.
Okay. The power of 8. So actually, I can't pass this. Unless I'm extremely lucky. Yeah. Nope. I'm high as a kite for 3 hours.
All right.
Bye.
As he sort of blits out of his mind in the back, are you guys heading to the coordinate location?
I would assume, right?
Right.
All right.
Don't want this body in the back.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea.
Right, that typically doesn't go over well with Lone Star. As you guys begin to head there, how long do you guys want to wait before reaching out to the contact that Lucian was able to give you?
Oh, I figured I'd just call him on the way.
The line.
All right.
Turning into somewhat of a personal assistant for you. It's kind of cool.
Well, I didn't really focus on. If you notice, all my tech is like level 1, and I took my gun to like a friend that was really good tech, and I was like, just build it, nutty,
Just
and
do your
let me
thing.
know how it goes. I have a level 1 like $20 communicator.
Oh, so a burner phone.
Yeah, but that's his main phone just because he's dumb.
That's what I got.
Yikes.
You're also stoned. So
He's also a
also-
drug dealer. He would have burner phones.
Right.
It's basically a burner phone.
Konami, you're in the middle of eating some lunch when your comlink goes off with an unknown number.
I'll answer it. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Mason Reese. I was given this contact number by a Lucian.
Oh,
He said we should call you for a specific job that needs, well, handled with us, not exactly by yourself, but we could use you on our crew, whether temporarily or permanently. I guess is up to you. We do have a slot that's open.
let me see. Let me check my schedule here. As I kind of feign off to like not even looking, just buying time on the line. All right. What's the deets there? What you got? What's going on?
Well, whether you were busy or not, I have a feeling you're going to make some time. We'll be going after Tigress's killer.
Hold up. What?
I'm sorry to say this, but your friend Tigress has recently just taken a bullet to the chest. We unfortunately could not save her. We are currently on our way to bury her as respectfully as possible, and then after that, with no rest, we will be going to get her killer.
All right. I'll meet you there then. Because GM, I would assume I would know these coordinates. Is this something that I would know offhand, like where they're going?
Yeah. It was more or less like a. You wouldn't get the one that would be the call, but Tyrus did mention that you'd be one of the first people contacted if this switch were to go off.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Cool. I'll just cut the line there, and pick up the rest of my burrito and jump on the bike and head out.
Too soon with the burritos. As you get there, you guys, the rest of the mystery machine gets there before Konami does. And it's right on the line between definitely the lower parts of Seattle and the Barrens. let me see here if I can find the map for that. But you guys see that there is, it's mostly a blank area. There's no like vegetation. There's not really any streets, but there is a couple of. There's a single building that has a park bench sort of sitting next to it, but it's a smaller building, probably half the size of the stuffer shack that you guys were in just a few days ago.
Do we see a tree?
There is a tree that is right next to the bench. And the tree, the bench, and the building look pristine compared to everything else that you guys have seen on the way here.
Whoa, where are we?
You have probably about a... actually, you probably would just be coming off of it from where you guys were to going to the Barrens.
Long drive?
Yeah, it's quite a bit drive from it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Are we there yet?
I guess. Hey, Ronan, you want to go with me and check this building out real quick?
Sure. Lead the way.
I'll astrally perceive and shoot. How far away are we from this bench and tree and building, whatever?
That is up to your driver. There is pretty much an open parking lot that's there. There's not even a car or anywhere in sight from where you guys are currently sitting.
I would be as close as I could get to the actual coordinates without going off-road.
Okay. You get pretty much maybe 4 meters away from the tree.
Oh.
And the building. So you guys can be pretty much practically right on it.
Being this close to the Barrens, I'm going to enter the building in a pretty tactical, quiet manner.
Do I see any aura as I'm astrally perceiving?
No, you do not see any sort of auras.
It's all too clean for my comfort. I had to check.
Yeah, I stick out like a sore thumb, so I'm gonna try to not stick out. Hiding.
Yeah. As you walk into the building, you guys hear a sound of very quiet music that is currently playing. Classical. Lights are off, but you guys can see throughout the whole area, it looks like a bunch of stock shelves that are pretty much empty.
I got low light vision.
Okay.
I have both.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception, visual.
Can I make a matrix perception on this?
Yes.
You can.
As I do not leave the van. And then after everybody leaves, I lock the van.
I'm gonna hang out with Hardwire unless he kicks me out.
No.
Okay.
I feel like you two will always live in the van together. 3 hits.
We need some
Sorry, what's
scooter snacks in the back.
I've made a little spot in my fridge for your scooter snacks. I don't know what they are, but they're there.
Perception is your rank time plus what?
Intuition.
Okay. Oh shit, I fucked. I only got 1.
Okay. With your 1 hit, you can see some shell or some boxes that are sort of folded that are sitting on them, different sizes and arrangements. Red, you see that there is a powered off computer in the corner, but with your thermo, you can see about halfway through the room there is almost a wall of red laser wires that are red laser wires that are just going from one side of the room to the other.
I got a 3 on my matrix perception.
There is a host that is active on the building.
There's lasers.
Yep.
How far off the ground?
They start practically right above the ground, and they go up probably every 5 inches until it touches the ceiling.
Okay.
And it goes from the left wall all the way over to the right wall.
Do I see any sort of like keypad or terminal or anything?
Not really. There's a lot of, as you're sort of looking through, there's definitely a lot of what you would probably be clutter or junk, sort of just displayed everywhere on the shelves. And the computer does have a little bit of a heat to it, by the way.
I think this is something for hardwire.
I'm gonna probe the host.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Lucian did give us a code. Maybe this is part of it. Or maybe the code is to be put in the tree. I don't remember.
Is there a tree? I don't remember seeing.
Yeah, there's a tree. There's a tree outside.
Okay, remembering that, I'll walk back outside. Try to find this tree.
Right outside next to the bench is a single tree, blossoming, weirdly enough, in the barrens.
Alright, I will look over it to search for a keypad of some kind.
Sure. Go ahead and roll perception.
3 again.
3. It takes you just a few moments to go by. You do hear the sound of a motorcycle rolling up as dirt clouds follow behind it. But you do sort of feel a piece of the bark when you pressing on it. You feel it give a little bit.
Alright, I'll open it up.
As you open it up, the bike is probably about 15 meters away at this point, beginning to slow down. Konami, you do see a group of individuals, a single individual looking around a tree, and a large white van that is parked. You go ahead and open it up, and there is a keypad inside the tree.
I found a keypad.
Try putting in 58 Alpha 4.
I try.
It beeps at you, and then you hear it like a unlocking mechanism on the other side.
But nothing else happens?
Nothing else happens. You hear a locking mechanism on the other side of the tree.
I'm going to step outside to greet the motorcyclist.
Okay. What did you get on your probing check there, fam?
Only 2, but I am using exploit, so I decrease its resistance by 2.
And that is firewall times 2.
Yep.
Have the wrong set of dice out, fam. You do not succeed in your probe.
Okay.
You got baby monitor rolling?
Yep.
Your Overwatch is now 4.
hearing that we
May not actually need to gain any information on this host. I will wait patiently.
All right, as you finish up with trying to probe Hardwire and Karma, you do hear the sound of a motorcycle slowing down and sort of parking next to you guys.
Yeah, I want to park real close to the van, or like not park, but like roll up next to the driver window and just knock.
Hey, man. What was that?
Well, at this point, I'd be walking out because I
I'm-
heard the motorcycle.
Hey, you Reese?
I'd like peek around the car.
I'm not
like,
Reese.
hi.
You're Reese.
Who's
Yeah.
Reese?
What's going on there, Chummer? Konami.
Hey,
Rough news. Y'all good?
yeah, no. Unfortunately, you probably knew her better than we did, but we did go on a run with her, and she seemed like a great girl.
Fantastic. Just
We found the tree. We still haven't been able to move the body yet. Still in the back of the truck. We'll probably be. Are we supposed to put it inside the tree, or we should like be buried next to it? I don't really.
GM, do I
You had.
do I know her preferences?
She didn't give you any sort of preference to it.
All right. Nah, your guess is as good as mine. From the couple times I worked with her, I know that she'd want us to have anything that she's not using, and then we just send her off politely.
Hey,
Let me get a look at this tree.
Yeah, hey Ronan, how's the tree looking? Did you find anything?
It's unlocked somewhere. Everything else, I don't know. Looks like a tree.
I'm gonna get out of the van and I'm just gonna like really feel the tree, like hug it, put my face up against it,
All right,
just feel it.
roll a perception check.
Oh, perception. I don't have perception as a skill, so that's -2, right? What's the
just minus
Minus
one.
one.
So intuition
minus
minus
one?
one.
What's the attribute for that?
Intuition. Yeah.
Intuition -1.
I'm sure that's a huge dice pool for you.
Oh, I actually got 2 hits.
Hey,
2 out of 4.
as you sort
2
of
out of 4.
go and hug the back of this tree on the opposite side where he was entering the keypad, when you press up against it, you feel like the tree give in a little bit, just on like where you're hugging it.
This tree's fake, man. It's an imposter tree. Look.
He more or less
Which I
pushes it open, and it opens up. There is an Ares Predator 4 in there, and a cred stick in there as well.
A tree's no place to hide a gun. Trees are for
perfect place
life.
to have a gun.
Trees are for giving, not for
I'll
taking.
grab the cred stick.
Okay.
I'm gonna dismount the bike and walk over and just take the Aries. Just this. Yep.
Yep.
Did we do anything with the body yet?
No, it's still sitting
Still
in the back of your van.
I get out of the van. And I will sit next to the rear tire.
Yeah, Ares Predator 4 is a heavy pistol.
Yeah.
A large, big old deserty looking motherfucker.
I will hand off the cred stick to Mason Reese, and then I will go and towards the back of the van. I don't really know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm going towards the back.
How big is this opening in the tree?
We're not shoving her in the tree.
Definitely
okay.
not big enough to put a person in. It from the inside of the tree, it just looked like it was a safe that was put into
Okay.
the tree.
So this is a real tree.
It's a real tree that has a safe in it with a false front.
All right.
Do some Matrix research on burial practices. She's a troll, right?
She is a troll.
All right. I will do I also have history as a knowledge skill. Region history, anyway.
You got any shovels in this van?
Go ahead and roll Matrix Perception. Or Matrix Search if that's an action. And then
Yeah.
go ahead and roll Matrix Search, and I'll give you a +2 modifier for the knowledge.
Like I get +2 hits automatically, or +2 to my dice pool?
Sorry.
Three hits.
3 hits. They typically don't have a preferred burial method, but some of the older trolls, like when goblinization first happened, a lot of the trolls felt more like primal in nature and more barbaric. So a lot of them did like to be sent out like through the ocean on a boat and sort of sent off that way.
I put up like an educational video that I find, and I'll put it on everybody's like HUD. It will play on your phone if you don't have a HUD. If you're like magical and high, I don't remember your name besides Scooter. I just want to say Scooter right now.
That's my dog, man.
It's all about that
Sorry,
karma.
It's been a long day.
Karma, yeah.
Karma. It's gonna play on your phone, Karma, if you see it or not.
My son.
What's
Helpful
that?
hardwire, I guess. Are we near water?
Yeah, you guys are. It's a little bit off the way, but you guys are right off the coast. There's quite a big drop to the shoreline, though.
Just seems more disrespectful just to toss her in some water. I mean, I was thinking, like, walk her out past the waves, but what do you think, Ronan? Should we bury her? Take her to water?
I don't know. This video seems like pretty dated, so I don't know. We could just bury her.
How many shovels do you have in the van? 3. I'm just gonna take one, toss one to Ronan, and give one to Konami, and just be like, all right, let's get the digging, I guess.
Can do.
We should probably do it near the tree.
Yeah, I would assume so too. Yeah.
Probably like 6 feet off of the tree, because I don't want to mess with any like roots.
You know.
Just like.
All right, and then we start digging. I guess.
Yep. You guys go ahead and start digging. About 4 feet in, you guys start to see wiring in the dirt coming from the direction
Can we
of the
just
tree.
like push it? Can we just like push it out the way?
Yeah.
All right.
As you guys continue to dig, you guys are able to push the wire enough out of the way where you guys could provide her a proper burial site.
After we've made the grave and we've set her in it, I get 1 frozen burrito and 1 bottle of water, just for respect, and I put it in there.
Okay.
Oh.
We
It's
gotta break that cred stick.
right.
I investigate the cred stick.
All right, you investigate it. It does have a biometric fingerprint scanner on it to access. It does seem locked.
I want to hack it.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Hey, if there's money on it, we transfer that money off and then we bury her with a cred stick.
We're not robbing the dead. Just give me that cred stick.
I have fantastic
and I'll
news for
break it.
everyone. You have no idea I'm doing it, so.
It's true. This is all happening as he's digging the grave.
Oh, I know. If we're talking about it, I'm not allowing anybody to steal anybody.
All
No robbery.
right, go ahead and roll to hack into that bad boy.
3 hits.
All right. You are able to get around the biometric scanner. And it is, as you sort of look into it, it's more of actually a data storage than a cred stick. It's just made to look like a cred stick, but it has multiple files. One is labeled Rainy Day Fund. One is labeled Contact List. One is labeled Black Book. One is labeled Last Rites.
I open the file called Last Rites.
All right. It gives a step-by-step instruction on how to insert the cred stick into a computer that is inside of the building. That will then open up a area for her tomb to be opened.
I wait for them to finish digging,
Okay.
and then I tell them.
All right. As you guys sort of hop out of the hole, made it pretty. You guys were able to prepare, and you are opening the cred stick. You guys walk back to the van and get told the access to the burial.
You
just-
could have told us that beforehand.
So, no, it's fine. We just dug his grave.
I was gonna say, I just met you, but I've killed a man for less.
We're
I've
not
been
killing
threatened
each
before.
other over this. I'm just a little angry and
You're the ones
disappointed.
that wanted to assume that she just wanted to be buried under the tree. I tried to tell you.
You didn't tell us shit.
I tried to tell you that there was a better way to go about this. If you want to throw
When?
When I sent you that video. Don't you
All
remember?
right,
It was about
Let's-
throwing a motherfucker at sea.
Yeah.
let's just open this computer thing and get it done with. We have more things to do.
What?
I want to transfer the information from this onto like my private servers.
Okay.
What else does it say?
How many of those burritos you got?
You can have a burrito, camera.
Fucking priorities.
Yes, priorities.
Are the lasers still on?
Yes, the laser is still active. But the first step, one of these shelves, one of the boxes that's sitting on it, has a port that's listed in the steps. You can insert the chip into it, and it will deactivate the security defenses for this area.
Is there any more important stuff you found in this cred stick?
There were a variety of things that I haven't been able to dig into. I assume she just wants us to destroy it and move on.
Give me the cred stick first.
I give it to him.
All right.
I will go through each step and do it as quickly as possible.
All right, you go ahead and plug one of the flaps on one of the boxes. You flip it up. As listed, it had a port in it. You see the lasers disappear in front of you, where the computer, you instantly see begin to spin up and power on. You walk over to the computer, insert the computer or the chip into the computer, and the corner over to your left, the floor begins to sink in and then slide back. As you see a set of stairs that head downwards into it. You guys get downstairs, and those of you who are going, go downstairs, and you see what looks like a doomsday bunker. Exterior doors. Definitely would make sense since the war and everything that happened this close to the Barrens. This was probably a safe house at one point. You open the doors to the tomb, and it does not smell great, but what tomb does. But you're able to go ahead and find a couple of empty spots. Each has a different name. There is Jasmine, Felicity, and Zachary.
Alright. I open up Jasmine.
Okay, you open it up. There is nothing inside, but there is a sarcophagus inside that she can be placed into.
Alright, I'll get it all ready. And then bring her down.
Is there any sort of like last will and testament, or like does she have any words for anyone burying her somewhere? Do I see like a note, or did she leave anything?
Does it say anything on the list? That's the main
No, it's more or less it's just put the body in, into her particular casket, and then to destroy the cred stick and leave it somewhere hidden within this room.
Can I sense for any
Put it
sort
in with
of
her.
magic?
Yeah, go ahead.
Aura.
Go ahead.
Snap it in half.
Easily enough,
Put
you
it in with her.
snap it in half and toss it in.
I got 2 hits.
Two
on
hits.
Sensing.
Nothing. Actually, I take that back. Each of the closed tombs have a magical barrier surrounding them. But obviously, you can't see within the barrier. But each one of them does have a mana barrier that's sealing the tomb.
That include shoot, what was her name?
Tigress? No, hers was not because
Tigress.
it was not filled yet.
I keep it to myself for now. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Alright. I will close it up.
I'm gonna check around, do I see like any like notes or any sort of like messages for anybody anywhere?
Roll perception.
I got 4.
4. You look around. It's pretty empty in here. There is a box over in the opposite side. You assume it's for people that want to put anything like memorial in here, but there's no notes or anything as a last will for it. I do have to be right back, so feel free to RP with yourselves.
Does anyone
Well,
want to leave anything?
I didn't really know her too well. What about you, Konami?
I'm on the first call list, but then again, we only worked together a handful of times. It's not like we were besties or anything like that.
I thought it was nice. That's why I didn't tell you
What?
about this place. I thought it was nice that you were digging a hole for her. In many cultures, the amount of work you put into somebody's death is a reflection of how special you think they were, and I want to make sure she thought she was special.
You know what? I'm okay with that. That's yeah.
I'll fill it in if you want.
Doesn't matter. I'll help. But before we put her in, out of her being a survivalist type, maybe, spread the ammo out that she had. I might as well not let it go to waste. I don't know if she had much money, but we could use it for the group gas, stuff like that, that way she's still helping us out. I don't know if any of you find this disrespectful, but I don't know. It just seems kind of a waste to let useful things go to waste.
I say put her in with what she used the most. Good old warrior's burial. And
I already did, and I hold up a burrito. We saw her eat more burritos than anything, right?
Nah, like
Probably
you'd
should bury
send
her with her
some,
weapon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you'd send off like a warrior
Oh.
with their sword or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Oh, sorry. I'm not much of a warrior.
nah.
Put some cred sticks on her eyes so she could cross the river.
I
Sticks.
think As long as we follow the list, I think we have everything covered on
Yeah.
respectfulness.
All right. Well, then I guess when Josh gets back, we'll, look through, see what's useful, pass it around whoever needs it.
Does anybody have any words? Like, you guys worked with her most recently, so I feel like you might have more updated nicety to say.
I mean, in all reality, the extent of what she did for us at the time was just kind of stand there, look big and bad.
She was good at it.
I felt safer when she was around.
There you go.
Where I
So
come
just-
from, we don't say anything, so.
No.
Saying something would be disingenuous, I think, for me at least.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure, like, I'm still collecting emotions. It's a big news to just show up and have to work through. Making sure everybody had their chance for closure and to say their piece, but all right.
I'm gonna cast Phantasm in this space and just make it like, I got some candles there, some like incense, just kind of make it calming. And I definitely hit. So it's just a little bit more relaxing.
Finding the killer.
Well, we all know that it's the guys we, did our last mission on. So I figured we go check out the warehouse again, see where we got any information, last leads.
Do we though? Do we know?
I mean, they're our number one suspect.
So
Right.
who of y'all having beef with?
We went and stole some stuff from the Halloweeners, and I mean, we figured they would just chalk it up to business as usual. Maybe at the most hunt us down and ask us where we took it, but all they did was just straight ambush us and do a drive-by, and then as we were falling back to our vehicle, she got sniped.
And you're sure it's the Wieners that did this?
That's why I don't think it is, because they had time to drive around and then set up a sniper just to take out one member of our group, and they tried to take out the whole bunch.
They probably were going to try to take out the whole bunch, but they just got the one. And two, we recognized that the vehicles were the same from Hardwire, and then Karma recognized that they were very similar astral to the Halloweeners.
Actually, it was the dude that we didn't kill.
Oh yeah, okay.
Was involved in the shooting.
So it was either the Halloweeners or the Yakuza, because he was being a double agent for both.
Yeah,
Next step, was anything on fire?
Nothing was on fire. I remember.
Then we can cut the Halloweeners out of there. We're looking for the axe.
I mean, it does seem more of a Yakuza hit anyways.
Let me guess. Small caliber automatics from the back of a motorcycle.
That was it, yeah.
That was the drive-by, but the hit on her was a large caliber rifle.
They could have just been backup, you know what I mean? Get us on our outside with drive-by and then try to pick us off with a snipe. Like, they probably didn't expect us to have such an armored vehicle.
I don't know. It seems too precision to be Halloweeners.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too, but at the same time, it was our only lead, the only place we know where to go.
Hey, if you want to go bust them up, I'm down to bust them up. Somebody's got to get cut a little bit for this, but I'd rather we bust up the right people and not just dig more graves.
Well, if we were to go to the Halloweeners, it would just be to find that. I think he was a troll, wasn't he? That was working as a double agent. Just to find that double agent. Anybody got any contacts in the Yakuza? See if we got any friends that can give us a heads up, like, hey, yeah, they are after you, or something like that. I don't.
Yeah, my colors don't really mix well, so.
I don't
Which-
deal with scum.
Fair. You got any snitches?
I got one that maybe we can do something. Let me make a call real quick. I'm gonna walk away from the group and I'm gonna give Neon Billy a call.
Hi, hello, we're back. And Red Runner, have a go. No, he had a something emergency he had to come up so he had to take care of. But it's the four of us.
It's the 4 of count. Wait.
Konami, you're making a phone call.
Yeah.
What is your loyalty with Billy? Sorry, Neon Billy.
Neon Billy. 2.
2. Okay. A few rings go by. If it's not my favorite person, what's up?
Hey, what's going on there, Neon? How you?
So, dude, we're jiving right now, dude.
Jiving and vibing, that's how you do it. Question for you. Would you be able to track down or at least point me in the direction of a yak who likes to talk?
That's one, very specific, and 2, do you have a Death Wish friend?
No, but they killed somebody close to me, so I'm looking for.
So you
I can
have
just
a
say
Death
I'm about
Wish.
I'm about to go ganking, is what I'm telling you, Billy.
Hey, the less I know, the more profits I make, is all I'm saying.
I feel you.
You know, let me see what I can do here, and see if I can find someone on the horn. Give me an hour at most, but I'll get back to you as soon as I hear something.
Awesome. Cool. Let me know.
Will do. He goes ahead and disconnects the phone. Let's
All right,
do
I'm gonna walk back to the group. All right, I've got some feelers out there. If somebody's catching hands tonight, we're gonna know.
Red Ronin left. I don't know where he went. He jumped away. He jumped really high.
Is this a normal occurrence for?
He's pretty edgy. So.
Kind of like Batman.
Remind me
Who the
too.
hell is Batman?
You don't
You guys don't know Batman?
Oh,
I know Batman.
RPing.
Some comic book from the 90s, 80s.
I'm RPing as in because like Batman in this timeline would have been a millennia ago.
Yeah. Nah. Super niche comic book knowledge. That's what I'm about.
That's your knowledge skill.
You got the
Basically,
Iliad.
Yeah,
You
it's
got-
basically like asking your great grandkids, "Hey, you know what Bonanza is?" They'd be like, "What in the world? Did you just say Bonanza?"
Did you just say banana
they're
roll?
fruit.
Exactly.
You have the Odyssey, you got Mickey Mouse, and you got Batman.
The three
they'll know.
pillars of.
They'll know
Three
Mickey
pillars of
Mouse
literature.
because Disneyland will still be around making billions.
I think if it's new yen, probably trillions.
Yeah, true.
And it's now bought by Aries Corp.
I can also give my info broker a call just to see, but I was kind of I didn't really want to pay him. But I guess if we got some money coming our way, it might be worth it. So we can get more feelers out. I will go ahead.
Do you want me to ring your info broker?
If you could, he's under my contacts as Mr. Info. He's a 3/3 robot voiced, completely neutral character, Josh. Like he picks no sides.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Like he's a human. Well, I don't know. I assume he's a human, but he uses a voice modulator for everything.
Beep poop. I am human.
Hello. Am I not push to talking? Hello, Mike.
You're muted.
Hello.
Oh.
We did it.
There we go.
Hello.
Hey, I need to find out an orc Yakuza / Halloweener double agent location.
All right.
Do we have his name? Metagame. Did we ever get his name?
No. Yeah, sort of jumped, gave him the drop, but then knocked him out, took the stuff, and left.
I mean, I mind probed him, but I probably forgot his name. So.
If
we go to roleplay that.
I can probably pull up a photo if people have like on their goggles and stuff.
Yeah, I got Smart Link on all my guns and everything like that. So you would just get it every time we go somewhere. You would just get an abundance of data just downloaded from me.
Yeah, I can pull up like a collage of photos. One like outside the restaurant, one from where we were there. A couple of different angles, that sort of thing.
I'll tell you to send it to him, and then I'll be like, if it helps, he was recently just in a shootout at this place, and he was also at this warehouse. I don't know if locations help you at all. I don't really know how you work, but I need to find that guy.
Yeah. How much is this to you?
Depends on how hard you're going to have to work to find him. If it's going to be too difficult and you're going to charge me an arm and a leg, then I guess, don't worry about it. But if it's a decently easy enough information that, I'll pay what needs to get paid. It really just depends on how much you're charging.
Let me do some work here, see what I can figure out. If it's too difficult, I'll let you know if there would be an increased rate for having to work so hard for it. But it'll have to take me a minute to try to find this guy. If he's Yakuza, it's a little more difficult to find them. Halloweener is a little easier. You just look in the wanted area of the newspaper or the trids.
I'd appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Not a problem.
I'm gonna hang up or fucking tell Hardwire to hang up, and then I'll be like, actually, I got one more number we can call, but y'all might not like it. His name is Ted, and he's a cop.
Cool, man. I got cop friends too.
He's a man.
I'm very curious how you are stoned out of your gourd regularly and have cop friends.
There's nothing illegal about the drugs I do.
Probably sell some drugs, to be honest here. Josh, I'm going to call Ted. He is a 6'6". This man absolutely adores me.
I call Ted for you.
We went to we grew up together. He's a childhood friend, and we both just kind of went separate ways.
A little bit. About a one ring goes by. Hey, it's been a minute. How can I help you, man?
Hey, I need a favor.
Well, but what do you need?
I need to find the Yakuza. Specifically, a fat orc Yakuza that was just recently working with the Wainers. Have you heard anything?
This one have to be at a troll shooting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure you just recently got a phone call about protecting the mayor from a Yakuza drive-by. I was in that joint, and I'm fairly certain those bullets were meant for me.
You said it was a Loyalty 6
Oh yeah, this man adores me.
Roll
He
charisma
considers
plus
me like a
loyalty.
brother. I don't know why that image just showed up, but I'm happy about it.
Of course you are.
You said a what? Charisma plus what?
Charisma plus loyalty. I think that's the roll. Let me just double check real quick here.
Wieners.
All right. Sorry, it's gonna be charisma plus persuasion with a dice modifier equal to your loyalty.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's a big pool.
Persuasion. What?
Influence. Sorry, influence.
Okay, I was like, I took anything charisma based. I don't
Yeah,
see that.
influence. That's my fault.
Okay. So charisma plus
Influence plus
oh wow
a modifier equal to your loyalty.
12. I just don't have enough dice. All right, I'm rolling 12 now and 5 in a second. So out of the 12, I got 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, so let's roll 5 more. 4, 5. 5 successes.
Hey, I know. Does Ted know what kind of line of work you do?
Oh, he's fully aware. He keeps. He just doesn't let anybody know. Like I'm the friend that he tells no one that he has.
Okay. Then are you a real friend?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Hey,
you go to
they're
I know his mom.
they're not pinning that on Yakuza, by the way. I got word from up that someone has deep pockets, and it was attached by a group of runners.
Runners.
Sweat.
Why would runners be after us?
Not after you, after the mayor.
Well, yeah. I'm assuming y'all would think they're after the mayor, since
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what they're selling it as. I believe what you're saying, but just letting you know what the word around the station is.
Well, they got any leads? Like names?
Just a white van peeling out of the.
Oh, they're pinning it
lot.
on us. They're pinning it on us. Got it.
I mean, they don't know
think it's our
it's
fault.
you, but they just think it's a Shadowrun team that put a hit out. And the only thing they have is a white
All right.
van leaving the area.
Well, just to let you know, whoever that was who shot at the mayor, we plan on putting them down. They killed one of ours.
Is this on speakerphone?
No.
Okay.
Yep. Do what you got to do, man. Just be careful. I mean, you weren't around any, like, the mayor was he carried out in an ambulance, or
Yeah, Doc Wagon got him.
you weren't around the dock wagon at all, was you? I mean, I know sometimes their vests have like cameras and stuff on them. I just want to make sure there's no footage of you anywhere that could put you there.
Yeah, I talked to them.
You hear a brief silence. Right. Stay
Don't
low.
worry. We burned all notification of ourselves. This won't blow back on you. You know I won't say nothing.
I didn't think it was. I'm just worried about you, dude. Keep your head low. I'll let you know if I hear anything else.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So, Hardwire, I already know you were listening to that.
I just looked down.
They are framing us for the shootout on the mayor.
That's
do you
not
want-
cool. That wasn't us, man.
Yeah, they don't care.
Do you want me to anonymously submit the photos I have of the people that actually did it?
We could try. But
I'm assuming that if I can crack that camera and remove all information of our presence, that the group that did it probably did the same. But I got there first.
I have a strong feeling that Doc Wagon's body cams are already uploaded to the Doc Wagon servers. So
Right. You stayed around and talked to the Dock Wagon while motorcycles left the scene of the crime.
actually, it's a solid point. The Doc Wagon cams would only do good for us because it shows that we're trying to help people and that I was giving them information. If anything, it's going to make us look innocent.
So with the security footage that you deleted, if we can recover it, if we need more evidence.
So it it sounds like I got to the footage first and I downloaded the file and then I edited the file so that our presence wasn't on it. And I'm imagining that afterwards somebody came along and did the same for the group on the motorcycles, which means that I would have the footage of the motorcycles that I can submit anonymously to the police if we want to do that. But if you don't want to do that, we don't have to.
Yeah, fuck it. What do you guys think? I mean, just kind of upload it to the equivalent of live. There's a man behind a screen.
No, that man behind the screen.
That's cool, man.
I need to watch Wizard of Oz more.
I guess just upload it to the equivalent of live leaks in this universe. What do you
Cool.
just-
You could upload it to World Star Hip Hop or whatever, man. I'll just like kind of,
Oh my god.
I'll just hang low like I usually do.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it helps us in the long run, but we still need to find them. Hell, we might even be able to take a video of them at gunpoint being like, yes, we're the ones who fucking shot up the mayor, I guess. I don't know. I don't think Ron would really like that, but...
If they weren't after us, then it's not really our problem.
But our
we
problem
have...
is still finding who the hell ganked Tiger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this photo shoot is cool and all, but somebody needs to die tonight.
Really
Down
hope it's
for
not
that.
me.
I really hope it's not you either. I like your energy. Like, the more time we're spending together, I like your energy.
Oh, good. I'm glad
Do
I'm
we have
going
to
on
kill
you,
them,
'cause-
or could we just like hurt them real bad?
Oh, no, life for a life. This is straight alchemy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. We just don't know where to go. You know, I'm still waiting on my contact, and I'm assuming you're waiting on your contact.
I would like to analyze the footage if I can.
Sure thing.
I have a knowledge skill area games.
Is there any way I can assist with that with my gang knowledge?
Both of you
You
look
just gotta
over.
get it.
Both of you guys look over the footage together. While the Yakuza is not technically a gang, it's like a mafia family. You guys definitely know that as you can look, there's no representation of Halloweeners. No mask, no like pumpkin heads. Very slick back. Most of them are in tie, like black tie uniform, and black street bikes.
I want to show the footage to our new friend since he wasn't there. See if he can make anything of it, anything new.
Well, called it. Like, as I'm watching the video back, called it on them not being Halloweeners just from what you had told me. Not enough fire, not enough black and orange. It's super sleek. Still makes me think Yakuza. Just the suits and everything. It looks like somebody went to their office job at the murder factory, and this is what they had to do.
Yeah, I mean, in their defense, I did leave a note, being like, "Yo, hey, no hard feelings. This was all just, business." But that was when I thought we were taking small arms. We actually took launch codes. So
Oh, wait, launch codes like
nukes.
wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't have left a hey, no hard feelings. I would have left a fucking bullet in his head, but we kind of have, the number one samurai in the group that isn't all down for that, so.
Well, I'm down to be the number one samurai in this group who is down for that. So.
Agreed. And at this point, he also agrees purely because they tried to take us out. So self-preservation in his eyes is down whenever he inevitably shows back up, which I'm sure will be at the worst of times.
I think we should revisit Ronan's point that maybe there were two attackers with two separate targets. Maybe Yakuza attacking the mayor and then a sniper attacking us.
That could definitely be a thing. Wrong place, wrong time.
Can we look at the dents or the bullet holes? Can we examine them? On the side of my van, maybe what is this? You seem to know a lot about gangs. I don't know.
Gangs is one thing. Forensic science is a whole different beast.
I mean, are the Yakuza known for sniper jobs?
Yeah, is that something I would know off of my gangs knowledge?
Unfortunately, you wouldn't have that sort of information just because Yakuza's not actually a gang.
True.
Most people just sort of see them on like a higher tier gang, but it's a little different.
Okay.
They got their own set of codes. Yakuza's known for not messing with the civilian, though, which is kind of weird. They usually are all. I don't know about Shadowrun, but real Yakuza, they have a code of not fucking with civilians. They usually
you only get got if you did something to get got.
Yeah, and they if you're in the life, you're free game. If you owe them money, you're free game. Like if you wrong them, but if you're just dude on the street, they usually they don't. They actually they get in a lot of trouble if they just kill an innocent.
I don't know, man.
But again, that's
changed in 60 years.
Yeah, that's
right.
just my knowledge of current Yakuza. I don't know how this game looks at him.
I have another phone call I can try and make. Seeing as MB's taken a while to get back to me. I'll call somebody who runs with me and mine.
Runs with the bulls.
Well, runs with the rats, but that's here nor there.
All right.
Hey, Bruce, while he's making that phone call, what were the other files that were on that drive?
Ah, yes. Little black book. Contacts. Last rites. And
Rainy Day Fund.
Rainy Day Fund.
Let's open the little black book.
It is a list of 25 different names that all have been crossed out.
All of them are crossed out?
Except for one.
What is that name?
Lucian Shadowstep. Hey, thanks for the follow, Phil.
Lucian. I want to bring this information to Reese.
What's up?
You know how she wanted us to destroy the hard drive?
Yeah.
Well, we technically destroyed it, so I don't feel too bad about this, but I downloaded the data.
Don't. Okay. Don't tell Ronan. We're just gonna keep that
Thanks,
right
Phil.
there. Don't tell
Appreciate it,
Ronan.
man.
Okay. I won't tell Ronan, but I found something that you might want to look at,
All right, what's up?
and I'll throw it up on your goggles
Eyes.
or eyes.
Eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. So 25 names X'd out, except for Lucian Shadow Step.
I mean, he's the guy that was our contact. He's the one who called us. Maybe
Yeah.
these are all dead friends. And then Lucian's the only one who's still alive, or maybe he's the next one who needed to die. It's weird.
It's hard to put together. Can I open contacts?
Yes.
Is Lucian Shadow Step cross-listed in contacts and this?
Yes, it is.
What about the other names?
Yeah, let me pull that up here real quick. Do. Oh, technology is amazing until it doesn't work. While this is pulling up, you get ready to make a call, and Billy actually reaches back out.
All right, I answer it. Like first ring, like halfway through the first ring kind of thing. Billy, what you got?
Hey, so, fun fact. Not a whole lot of buzz from what I can tell. I'm really hoping that this group isn't the ones that they are looking for. But there is a piss-off orc that is looking for a group of runners that we hear. I don't know if you had anything to do with that, but there's an orc in Lower Seattle that's part of Yakuza that matches sort of your description for it, but if he's as pissed as they say he is, or even half as much, I would stay away from that group unless you're a part of it.
So, question, because I may or may not have just linked up with a new set, but any details on that runner group that orc is pissed at?
Yeah, they just lost a troll.
Oh yeah, that would be us. You said Lower Seattle. Any sort of like specifics as to where I can find this big boy?
I mean, Yakuza are as... I mean, they're everyday other people. They got a little bit more strict lifestyles, but other than that, I mean, might be able to find them in a restaurant or something. I'm not 100% sure.
All right, cool. Well, this is actually, dude, Billy, great work on this, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
all right, yep.
150 million?
All right, you got it. I'll transfer it, like wire transfer that.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Stay safe. And then I
Yeah.
hang up. I turn around to the group. So, got some news. Sounds like
Good
your
job.
angry big boy over there. He's hanging out in Lower Seattle. I couldn't get a specific location, but it's better than nothing.
Lowers the search area down. That's pretty good.
Takes the whole Seattle area and makes it this big.
The other three contacts that are listed, Vashak Valende, Senna Shadow Realm, and Vola Valende.
What was the first one?
Vashak. V''SHOK.
But it was Senna Shadow Step.
Shadow Realm.
Same as Shadow Realm. Those are the names that are cross-listed in contacts and.
Sorry, those are
Black.
just the four lists. So there's Vashak, Senna, Lucian, and Vola. Those are all four that are listed in contacts.
Okay, I guess the next
The only
question
one is that's cross-listed is Lucian.
Okay. Can I read? Or is it just like a line through them? I can tell what it says, right?
Yeah, you can tell what it says. It's just literally just a name and just like a cross through it.
Okay. I will convey this information to Reese.
Names mean
didn't-
anything to you?
She didn't have very many contacts. I think Lucian might know more about what's going on, but
Yeah, we can give Lucian a call. I mean, see if he's got any more beneficial info.
okay. I will ring Lucian.
He takes a minute. Hey, Hey.
What? Oh, I see. So we've done the burial. We've done what she asked. We're now currently trying to look for her killers. Just figured to give you a ring, see if you had any info to help us out. One, we're looking for Yakuza Orc. Don't know what kind of connections you've got. We're kind of, grasping at straws here.
I unfortunately don't have a lot. I just got into the Fixer game probably 2 months ago. I'm from California myself.
So what would you know about Tigress's Little Black Book?
I don't know anything about a little black book.
Your name is in it, and every other name next to it is crossed out.
Interesting. I mean, she was a runner for a little while, to say the least. Maybe it's old contacts.
And what would you know about? And then I'll read off some names from her the 3 names from the contacts that weren't his. Like, do you know any of these people?
Yeah, Vishak is an arm dealer. And I believe Vola is his wife. Paratrolls. And I don't know the last one.
Okay. All right. Well, she's buried. We got Konami here. We're gonna be going after our killers as soon as we can get some information. But I just figured I'd check in, see if you knew anything.
Your list is as good as mine is.
All right. I'll just kind of look at Hardwire. Just kind of shrug.
Disconnect the line.
Wasn't all that helpful.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it. Did he seem shook to you?
Nah. He just kind of seemed monotone and generic to me.
Oh,
Like,
I don't read people very well, so I wouldn't know.
he might just still be in shock. Maybe mourning. Maybe he just doesn't give a shit. I don't know. Hard to tell over the phone, really.
Well, I have anger and we have a target, so
We should probably start heading towards Lower Seattle. Guess let's go gather the group.
All right. As you all gather up and head towards Lower Seattle, you guys are once you guys arrive back, it's roughly about 7 p.m.
Excellent.
As you guys are running through Lower Seattle, you can definitely see some barrel fires that are sort of just ablaze on a couple of corners. You got the buzz from the neon signs that are lining in both sides of the street. It's quiet. But you have arrived back in Lower Seattle.
So you guys know what this guy looks like.
Yeah, I'll show. Do you have? I have your contacts right at this point. I'm just gonna send you a picture of the orc.
All right. Yeah, and I'm going to assume that we would have exchanged at least pleasantry contacts.
Yeah, I mean, I contacted you.
Yeah. Okay. Looking at the picture. Sounds good. Canvas. Is it a good old like canvas and call kind of job? Like, we looking for this guy? Is it shoot on sight? Like, how do you guys operate? Because
well, I mean, we're gonna shoot him, but I would like some info out of him first. So maybe we should also plan it out. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
I don't really condone this mission, but
How do you
So I'll
not
just be
condone
along.
this mission? No,
don't
like
think
for
we-
real. How do you not condone this?
we should let the life flow naturally.
Okay,
And
they
when
let
it's
the
their
life
time
flow
to leave.
naturally.
It's their time to leave.
And who are you to say when it's their time to leave?
I'm not.
well,
That's
they
my
tried
role.
to say early. They tried to say earlier that it was your time to leave, so maybe we, switch it.
Mother Earth didn't say that though, and her decision was that I dodged those bullets.
Well, let's see if Mother Earth is gonna let them dodge some bullets.
My cyber eyes flip to like orange, like then red, then back to my normal like blue color.
That's just a solid point. What do you look like?
I am a 6'1" elf in motorcycle leathers mostly. Like I wear like a leather jacket with a black shirt underneath that has a picture of it's a skull and crossbones, but the skull is actually a rat head. And like torn up jeans. I've got a katana on my belt. And you can see kind of through the jacket a little bit. There's a bulk under my arm as some sort of like underarm holster.
Okay.
You said you were showing that emblem?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
You would know this, Hardwire. It looks like your friend here is a part of the Seattle Rats.
Cool.
Yeah, we are. Oh, and because I wear a motorcycle helmet because it's cool, and the helmet has big round, not like Mickey Mouse ears, but like anatomical mouse ears.
So like, okay. What else do I know? If I have the gang knowledge, so what else would I know about this gang?
Yeah, this gang got sort of put together because one elf got pissed when the ancients wouldn't let him in. He slowly, with his group of runners, slowly started tearing apart other groups. Obviously, the big gangs are still standing, but there were a lot of smaller ones that weren't so lucky to get away from the rat. They did have a rather large estate in Upper Seattle, but the name of the original rat was a runner by the name of OP. He is also the same individual who did cause Crash 2.0. Which led to millions of deaths, from people getting dump shocked to people just not being able to survive in hospitals because there was no power, no internet. There was people that were crushed by falling cars.
How long has the gang been around? I imagine less time than some of the others, right?
Yeah. This one's roughly been about 20 years at this point, so relatively new gang.
I keep all that information to myself for the moment.
So yeah, that's me. With the helmet not on, because this is probably something that you'd want to know. I've got a short, a short blue mohawk that's not up at the moment. It's just kind of floppy. And yeah, my cyber eyes are usually in like a light blue state, but he likes to use them to communicate emotion range.
How edgy.
I too have cyber eyes, but they look extremely human-like. They don't really look like cyber eyes at all.
Any and all of my hardware is obviously hardware.
That would be my only hardware that you would notice if like you really, really paid attention. But I have a retinal duplicator, so they look pretty similar. You'd have to be like really close and looking to be like, oh, those are not real.
Yeah. No, mine are like almost like circles.
Just disgusting.
No,
I wonder what your essence is. If I try to heal you, is it going to do anything?
You do need to double check that. I forgot to keep track of that for you.
Yeah, I need to peek at that, and I also pick up armor. So also, the shirt that I'm wearing seems a little bulky. Like there might be some sort of vest under it, like Kevlar or something. Because I forgot to pick up armor, so I'm doing that right now.
We shopped at the same local armor dealer.
Oh, you shot at ammunition too?
How often do your eyes change color?
On emotion.
It's like dynamic.
Every time I'm clueless to that. So every time your eyes change color, not every time, but sometimes I'm gonna ask you if I can fix them for you, because I think they're broken. I don't understand why they would change.
I'm so down. But yeah, so that's I almost said OP. Nope, that's Konami. And just real quick, since I missed the beginning of Black Speaks episode, can I get just a real quick rundown of everybody else?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to derail anything here, but I'd
Oh,
like
you're
to know.
good. I'm Mason Reese. If you would like a visual representation, I'm just Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly.
Okay.
And I carry a P90 hidden under my trench coat, well, my brown trench coat, and brown leather. And that's about it. It's what I look like. It's how I act. I have a pistol hidden away. You wouldn't be able to see my guns. Like, you'd see a slight bulge underneath my trench coat from the P90, but you wouldn't be able to see it fully. Like, you'd be like, that's probably a gun, but I can't really see.
Okay.
I don't look like a runner. Yeah, I look like a completely average, just like almost like a data slave, just somebody who would work at a corporation. I don't look like a runner at all. Yeah, I look like a totally normal, scrawny dude. Yeah, pretty much it. This is my van. If you haven't noticed, you can probably tell that I sort of live in here. There's like a fridge and a microwave in the front that I cook a lot of frozen burritos in. Although I haven't for a while.
Karma's got like a black bushy beard. He's an elf. Average height, average weight. Long hair. Down about to his shoulders, Think of like a young Tommy Chung. Usually wears like a Rasta jacket. Like Jamaican colors maybe. A little red, a little green, a little yellow. And yeah, his jeans are usually worn. Doesn't really look like he's well equipped physically, but he's a shaman, so uses spells and stuff.
Okay.
He's the person
Excellent.
you ganked
Thank
first.
The person I ganked first.
Yes.
And yeah, okay. There's now a list of gank ability from top to bottom in this group.
Yeah. And then the picture in the chat, that's Red Ronin.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He does have a human face underneath there somewhere.
Somewhere.
To be determined. You guys are in Lower Seattle.
I'm going to give Mr. Info another call.
Hey, I was just getting ready to call you. I found some info. Dude, this guy eats, smells, and sleeps Drek, my dude.
Wait, what? and sleeps what?
Drek. Shit.
You know.
Oh, got it.
He's got a rap sheet. And I would not be surprised if he was the one that was either guy or I'm assuming your buddy killed or at least did it himself. I don't know.
All right. So how much info did you get?
I got quite a bit, but it's all determined how much you want to spend.
I guess we'll start with location. How much is location going to cost me?
Of his home, of his work? I have both.
I
can provide
how-
both, and it would be 800 new yen.
How much for just the home?
I'll call it 5.
All right. Do you know any weaknesses? Like, is he shit with computers? Is he shit with melee? Like, is he good with guns?
Extremely adept in hand-to-hand, but he's not a slacker at firearms as well. If
Do I have any
he's
cyber gear that I can shut down?
all natural, even more so. I think he's got, by the sounds of it, he's got magic on his side. He's not a mage, but I think they're called physical adepts. They just enhance themselves. There's footage I could send you. He took on 8 guys by himself in one.
All right. Cool. So for all that, you said how much you want?
We'll call it 6 for the information on the weaknesses as well.
I got you. It's already in your account.
Pleasure doing business, friend. I may have a call for you. There's something coming down the pipeline.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
All right. Well, Hardwire already knows this, but I got his home. I got where this motherfucker lives. He also is extremely good at hand-to-hand combat. Would advise we take him on from a distance, or at least within 21 feet away from him.
You do get a message on your comm link that provides the address in Upper Seattle.
So, I don't know what you guys want to do, but I was thinking we just camp it out, watch it for a while.
Address in
wanna-
Upper Seattle?
I want to matrix search the address and see, are we walking into like a nice area, or if we start shooting shit, people are going to ask questions, or...
Yeah, you look into on the Matrix. Definitely a nicer neighborhood. You look at like the Matrix maps, and there is inside of a extremely large walled-in complex. You got anywhere between, it's sort of hard to tell, but just at first glance at the map, 30 to 40 homes that are all mansion size inside of those walls.
How big is the property?
His individual property or the...
Yeah, his property.
Honestly, it looks like cookie cutter neighborhood, so not very big on the beyond what's like the building itself. There's probably like 2 meters between houses,
But they're huge houses.
but they're huge houses.
Okay, cool.
If this is in Upper Seattle, I might be able to make a call and see if we can get a couple extra hands. Kinda
we
what
could use-
do.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, if you think we need it.
I have confidence in my own abilities. I don't want to sound rude, but I haven't seen y'all work yet. So it seems like you can handle yourselves if you've got this kind of heat going on right now. I mean, more hands is better than no hands, but at the same time, I don't like owing people.
I don't like owing people money, and this is also a small, like, community. The more men we got running around, the more attention we might grab. For a small group, we might be able to slip in without them noticing. You know what I mean?
True. Hey, Hardwire, question.
Yeah.
What can you get as far as, like, just any sort of, like, building codes, blueprints, anything in that area?
I can look into it, and I'm gonna ask my, what are they called? Not my AutoSoft, my AI, Troy.
Of course it is.
To look into the schematics of this house and see if we can find anything.
Yeah.
Not that I have anything to do with this, but I can actually project through his house and, like, you know, find his aura, see where he is.
Wouldn't hurt, but
I mean,
we gotta get down there first.
And last we heard, he was down here.
Well, this is probably where he works. I don't want to really go where he works, because if Yakuza, I'm assuming, don't travel alone. He's probably going to have some men with him. I'm looking for some quiet, private time to ask questions.
What's to stop us from walking in and going, this guy... Yeah, this guy pulled a fuck. Like, if it's Yakuza, wouldn't, like, do you think maybe they have some sort of code about it where, like, this guy did some dreck, so now we get 3 minutes of playtime where they don't jump in because he did something stupid?
Well, if you want to pull it like that, they're going to only let you do a one-on-one fight. There's no way they're going to let us do a whole crew versus that one guy. He's still one of them.
I'll take him.
He took on 8 guys at one time.
I could take him actually, in that way I can just, you know, teach him a good lesson. We could both go our separate ways.
And
No one has to
two,
die.
if you lose, we now have to potentially fight this crew without you. And if you win, they're not going to let us kill him. And
Why do
two,
we have to kill anybody? I mean, I feel like there's been enough death, man.
Well, it's
Again,
part of the
life for...
It's part of the contract too. We're supposed to kill him as the.
Yeah.
We picked up the contract. Yeah, we picked up a contract for our dead friend. She put out a payday that anyone who kills her, if we take him out, we get paid.
All I'm saying is you haven't gotten to see me work yet, but I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I don't know. It just puts a lot of heat on us out the gate walking in on there. You know what I mean? We would be putting our lives in their hands.
Yeah. And things do get a little tense when you just walk in and declare Magna Chi.
I just think if we can get in the house quietly and quickly and take him while these dude's trying to take a nap, you know what I mean?
Dude, take him while he's deucing.
Either one.
Both are good.
Either way, before we kill him for sure, I at least want to I want to talk to him, you know what I mean?
Feel that.
So what do you guys think? We camp the house out, or... I know you came up with the idea of just walking in their base, but I don't think that's a great idea, personally.
I can actually project and, like, you know, as long as no one else is keeping a magical eye out, I should be safe.
I think it depends on the security.
Yeah, he lives in higher Seattle with a pretty big home. He's probably got some... The home is probably all connected to the Matrix, more than likely.
The response time of Lone Star in that area is much higher than in Lower Seattle. So if we we do it down here, we can do it loud. If we do it up there, we should do it quiet.
Agreed. Is there any way that you can shut off that alarm, even the connection to Lone Star? Is that a possibility?
If I have enough time and I can get in, but
I mean, if all goes well, you should have as much time as you need.
If he's truly a double agent, then his data privacy is going to be more important to him than just a normal ganger, and I'm worried that he's going to have some really high security, but we can check.
I mean, I don't want you putting yourself at risk, but, take your time. What were you saying?
Would I be able to have a general idea of, like, what kind of security we'd be messing with at his home, based, like, just with my security system knowledge?
Definitely high-end security. The security systems would mostly just be alarms, but the response times are probably crazy fast there. Maybe not even just Lone Star, but maybe HRT would also possibly be involved.
Okay, I'm going to kind of relay that. Just like we were saying, high response times, mostly just alarm triggers. Seems about right. But if we make too much noise when we go up there, we could also run the risk of HRT coming down on us, not just Lone Star.
Maybe perhaps stake out his house and then follow him once he leaves, take him in a favorable location.
Plus, if we fight him in his own house, like if it comes to fighting, that's on his ground. He knows exactly where everything's at. I don't like that as much.
I mean, we could play the slow game too. We could follow him for a few days, find out his local goings. If he ever steps foot in the Barrens. If that man ever comes near the Barrens, we could easily just take him then.
Yeah?
I mean, I got no jobs in the work here. I might as well just work this slow and do it right.
Yeah. Okay, hear me out. This might cost a little bit of scratch, but if we're going to Upper Seattle, I got guys up there that we might be able to talk into helping us out. We track him, we figure out his patterns. We pounce. Oops, the road's blocked off. Looks like you have to go a different way. And then we snag him on the detour.
We have the coordinates to his home, and we have the coordinates to the place where we found him with the Halloweeners. So we can reasonably plan a route to do exactly that. I can do that. That's what I'm saying.
Do Hardwire. You got it. Jump on that. I would say absolutely.
The only problem with bringing in more work is this job to get the revenge isn't exactly a high-paying gig.
I might be able to do it by favor work. They're my guys. I might be able to be like, hey, you scratch my back, I got you later.
Yeah, I guess it's on you if you want to.
Or to keep it just us, Hardwire, would you be cool trying to block the street? Like, if we left you and... Yeah, so if it was you and Karma down here in the van, and then me and Reese were up the street at, like, the grab spot?
No, it would probably be you and Ronan. The man's more of a snatch and grab kind of guy, more.
I really don't want
to be covered.
Okay.
I mean, I'm decent, but I mean, look at him. Look at this picture I showed you of him. Man's nuts looking.
I want to go through that route if I can.
Yeah, roll logic plus intuition, and then you can get the bonus if you have analytical mind.
Oh, I've got analytical mind.
Ooh, you can take the bonus from that quality then. forget. Does
4
that,
hits.
4 hits. Does analytical mind give you edge for it, or does that give you? A
Yeah,
bonus
you get a bonus edge that you lose if you don't use it, basically.
Gotcha. Did you want to use it to reroll one of your misses?
I did, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
I basically always do it because I can use it on any logic
Right.
test
So why
anytime I-
wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Unless you roll perfectly, I guess. But
Yeah.
okay. So quickly enough, you guys are able to. You're able to sit down, look at the home address, and look at the, at least his work address for, the Halloweeners. There's some distance between it, but you're able to find 3 different viable paths that would make the most sense depending on the time of day. Depending if you're trying to dodge traffic or just trying to get there, point A to point B when there's not really traffic around. But there's really only 3 different viable paths you could take.
So if we caused like a traffic jam on his main route, is there a place on one of the alternative routes that is ideal for ganking? The new term.
Yeah.
Hardwire has learned.
So obviously the most straightforward is going to be the middle path. But that does involve getting on the interstate. The other 2 go through like back roads of lower Seattle that take you through to upper Seattle. As long as you're in the lower Seattle portion, it'd be easier than it would if you would wait till you get to the later half of the trip when you're in like upper Seattle.
Okay. I mean, on any heavy traffic day, we could corner him any one of these side roads. No one's going to ask any questions.
I'm assuming you're also just sort of driving through lower Seattle while having this conversation, not just parked outside some random street. Or are you parked some random street while you're looking at these coordinates?
I don't know. Where were we when those whole things
just in lower Seattle. You guys just got in from, like, you guys are walking or driving around. You guys were... you saw some people standing around some campfires and the loud buzz of neon that's sort of flashing overhead off of buildings in lower Seattle, sort of going through some underpasses and stuff like that. Definitely not the prettier side of Seattle.
I'm good to be having this conversation via comms.
Okay.
I forgot he's actually not even with you guys. He's on a motorbike currently.
Yep. I do want to stop off at the nearest Java Namacon that I can find for some soy calf.
Are you looking for that specific brand or just any sort of place to have a soy calf?
Just any place that I can grab a quick coffee.
All right. You see...
If you want some coffee, I've got...
I don't trust your coffee.
the Jbrews hut.
The Jbrews hut. Is this the Jbrews hut?
The one, the only in Lower Seattle.
The one, the only in Lower Seattle. Hey, just over comms. So I didn't realize we were in this part of Lower Seattle. Y'all should come to me. Because I've heard stories about this place. Great coffee, and there may or may not be some people that we might need to talk to around here.
I go to him.
All right. He sort of passes by you and he takes you guys to Jbrews hut. And you guys see what looks like a small mom and pop coffee shop. Yeah, you look inside. There is a glass window. You can see inside. There's about just a couple of younger individuals, one orc and one dwarf, sort of hanging out, having some soy calf.
Awesome. I'm gonna park and kind of nod at Hardwire as he drives by, and then we'll walk in.
All right, you see him walk into the Jbrews hut.
Well, I'll park and go in as well.
Yeah, I'll go in.
All right.
Following the group.
You guys all head inside to the Jbrews hut.
I will order soy chalk, the equivalent of hot chocolate, but
Right.
I want hot chocolate milk in cold milk, and I want to call it special drink.
Okay. The barista definitely gives you a interesting look, but nonetheless fulfills your order, and it'll be 5 million.
I pay.
I'm gonna order a mocha coca with extra whipped cream.
Perfect.
That is, of course, a mocha with coconut milk.
Of course. Except, it's mostly just soy milk. Because
They don't have coconut milk in the future?
they don't, sorry. Not in
Pretty
Lower
much
Seattle.
soy everything.
Yeah. Most,
Anything.
any meats and stuff like that, it's probably like a soy burger.
Well, it's okay, because I'm a vegetarian anyway.
Right, so most stuff is soy.
I'm just looking for like straight black soy calf.
In that case, it's got
Same.
coconut flavoring.
Exactly. $6 for the mocha coca,
And
and then for the black would be $4.
Reese, you want anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a black with an extra espresso. It's gonna be a late night.
I remember
Oh,
when
yeah.
these were
6.
3 Nuyen.
Done with you.
Back in my day, you could get a whole gallon of Coca Mocha. 3 Nuyen, and it was free refill.
Good lord.
I'm a fan.
When the barista gives me that coffee, I'm gonna go, hey, is there? I've heard stories about this place. There's still extracurriculars downstairs.
When you say that, she says, shh, and looks over to the other people. Please, go to the back.
All right, thanks. I'm gonna turn around to the group and go, come on, and then walk past the counter through the back door and then on down.
As you walk past and walk through the door, as you guys are walking down, on the walls and on the ceiling is like an archway, and almost every square inch of that archway is filled up with someone's name. And on the door, when you get to the bottom, it just says, "You did this."
My emotions.
Uh,
I'll walk through the door.
You walk into the door, and you guys hear the bustling sounds of a runner hideout. You guys open the door, and the door upstairs shuts down behind you guys. As you guys hear live ammo being fired, you guys hear people walking around it almost sounds like a busy street corner. And people are just yelling out, almost like a crier. It is a very busy looking area down here. You do see there are a couple of conference room off to the side. At the very far end is a single door that just says security on it. And on the left side, you do have a couple of, looks like, arms dealers and other miscellaneous goods, as well as a talismonger for those that are interested.
I'm gonna turn to the group. All right, Hardwire, maybe you should stick close. I don't trust you wandering off in a place like this.
I'm just
But-
like looking around, amazed.
I don't trust you in a place like this.
I sip my drink.
Everybody else, this might be a good place to see if we can't get any information on our big friend.
All right.
I follow the smell of incense.
All right. You are met with a orcish woman. Definitely, as you get a closer look at red hair that's tied up in a ponytail. As she turns around, you can definitely tell she's older and is currently missing an eye. but has no like cybernetic replacement or anything. Hey, yes.
You got an enchantment shop here, man? Just,
Yes.
I could smell the incense as soon as I walked in.
Good nose you have.
Hey, I don't know if you know any of this, but I'm actually looking for information on, like, I don't think he's a shaman, but definitely knows some magic, and he's involved with the yaks. I'm just, like, looking for some information. I don't know if you got any.
I mean, we have some. The yaks, not typically full magicians. They're mostly specializing and working as a family to fill the gap of whatever skills they're missing from one another. But there are some adepts involved as well.
Yeah, this guy's an adept, now that I remember. He's involved in some, like, stuff I'm not really okay with. A couple people got really hurt.
Welcome to the Sixth World, Chummer.
Yeah. You hear anything about any Yakuza drive-bys on the mayor?
I've heard whisperings, but there's a more prominent voice saying, as she's sort of going through like a box of different herbs and other materials. Runners that were attacked or attacking the mayor at a restaurant. That's
Yeah, Sergeant Pedro's or whatever.
yes, indeed.
Do you know who those runners were?
No, I don't know. Police seem to think there's a white van involved.
Yeah.
They are looking for someone who is at least either a trained magician or a trained hacker, as the van was mostly gone, and then a white van appeared out of nowhere and left the parking lot in a hurry.
I don't know anything about no van. But I was there that night. I'm just looking for whoever's involved. 'Cause I almost got hurt.
Well, keep your eyes out. Make sure you have a spirit with you. You'll be fine.
Spirits are always with me, man.
And with eyes, is there anything I can show you? Anything you might be interested in buying?
I don't think so.
Well,
I don't have enough karma, man.
Nuyen, I think is the word you're looking for. But
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you. Please come back if you find any extra. And she gets a playful smile. Karma lying around.
Yeah. Just try to find the group.
Easy enough to do. They're sort of wandering around trying to take in this whole experience. But there is a open area where they're sort of just looking around and trying to figure out who would be the next good person to talk to. What are the rest of you doing while he's having that conversation with the talismonger?
Is there like a general lobby hangout, like sit down area, or like a seems less shoppy, more community area?
So the shops are almost like built into the sides, and then the whole open area that more or less you're standing in and walked in would be like the social area.
I will. Is there like an active like info broker area, like somebody who's like selling, like openly selling info somewhere? Is that a thing? Or is that just contacts?
Yeah, no. There's there is an info broker. He is definitely yelling some stuff, but also is yelling that he has some extra stuff available for purchase if people are interested.
I guess I go talk to him.
All right. As you get closer, a dwarf is sort of standing up on a stool yelling, Lone Star looking for a team that shot down the mayor. And then it rambles on. Halloweeners tricked into ghosts. What's happened next? Who's afraid of who? Selling stuff.
Find out
Come
more
on
at
over.
11.
Right. What can I help you with?
I need an orc from the Yakuza. He's a physical adept. The true motherfucker that shot up the mayor, by the way. I'll give you that one for free. I'm looking for him.
What's your price?
Well, since you're spitting out false information, granted, not your fault, but, false nonetheless. It really just depends, my friend. I mean, so far your information is not all that great, so I don't really have much faith in your abilities, but I do need to find this guy. And I could probably just go sweet talk some pretty ladies over there for as much information as I can get from you, but I feel like skipping a step.
Go ahead
What
and
you
roll
got?
influence for me.
Do I add charisma to that?
Yeah. Charisma plus influence. And he is within smelling distance.
Ooh, that's a +2.
I figured I'd ask for you.
1, 2, 4. 4 successes.
4 successes. While I'm rolling this, Hardwire, with your gang knowledge, you've heard stories of a place like this, where the rats really came together for the first time.
I turn to Konami and I say, "Is this where the rats were founded?"
And do I know that much of the story? Would Konami know that much of the like how the gang came about?
I don't think you know who OP is if you had to ask that question.
Oh, I'm just making sure.
Yeah. OP is still, even though he's 20 years older, definitely as outgoing and cocky as ever.
Oh, hell yeah.
And OP is still is in charge of the rats. He's less active, but he's definitely still in charge.
Less of a runner, more of a boss now.
Right.
Excellent. Just as I would hope for that, man. Anyway, yeah, this is actually, if you look over there, and I'm going to point at the security door, that's where we get the phrase, just hit the Y key. That's where that happened. It's weird being down here. It's my first time. It's like being in the Hall of Fame. Like, holy crap.
How long have you been in the gang?
Let's see. About 6 years? Relatively new.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be here. I knew about it. I read stories about it online, but I never thought I'd actually be here.
Yeah. I had to grab a coffee and come see the place myself, and I figured, hey, if it's still here, then this might be a pretty good spot to grab some info. But
I just keep sipping my drink, and I'm gonna follow you around.
okay.
As you are walking around, you definitely get quite a bit of unhappy looks, Konami, as you're walking around.
Okay. It's not going to affect my stride at all.
No, definitely not. But just be know you have quite a bit of people's attention, to say the least.
Why are people angry at you?
People might not like me because of what the boss did. here.
Huh.
So I would it's pretty much OP hit the button, and then suddenly this place goes from nobody knows it exists to now, like, there's a little bit of heat on the joint, and nobody likes that. So it took a while for the heat to die, and everybody could come back and start slanging merch and stuff like that, whatever they're trying to do down here. But it took a hot minute. So maybe rats aren't the most liked people, but there's respect about it.
I don't want to tell you your business, but if I can pick up on the fact that they're angry at you, you should probably watch your back.
I mean, fair. Are you sure you don't have any sort of like cyber anything on you that just makes you not able to feel emotion? Is that a thing?
No, but I get that question a lot. I understand.
All right. You know what? Just do me a solid. I'll watch my front. You watch my back.
You got it.
Excellent.
And I will make sure that wherever he goes, I can literally see his back.
Got it. The info broker goes ahead and turns around to his laptop and begins plugging away. He I'm not sure how much is worth to you, but word is he's got 2 kids.
Okay. Seems odd. Do you know what he drives?
Mostly a Mirage. But if he's on
Color?
navy blue with a splash of white.
Does he drive it himself, or does he have a chauffeur?
I don't know many Yakuza who don't like to ride Dandelion Eater on the back.
Oh, it's a bike? I
Yeah,
didn't know it was a
yeah.
bike. Sorry.
Fight him. Just fight him for the phrase. Just fight him for the slur. Just go over that table so quick.
Okay. Well, it helped a little. It was lovely. You did good.
What do you say? 100 million? 150?
Oh, you've earned yourself a solid 70 new yen for sure. Here you go, bud.
He sort of takes the credits. Son of a bitch. Just pockets the cred stick. As you guys sort of come back together after you finish your separate conversations, that's where we'll go ahead and wrap it up for tonight in the bottom of the Jbrews hut. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out. It's been a good old fashioned rodeo. We did have a couple of instances where we were missing a couple people, but nonetheless, it was still a good old time. So to kick us up, Travis, the man with the plan. How can they
That's me.
support the channel besides watching and all that fun stuff?
Well, if you want to support the channel, just like Bruce said, you just show up next week as we figure out what is going down in the Jbrews hut. If you'd like to give us some of your hard-earned cash, we'd appreciate it. It's going to go directly to making this channel a little bit better, a little bit higher quality. You can do it in a couple of ways. First of all, follow. Then you know when we go live. You don't have to make a plan. You don't have to set an alarm on your phone. If you scroll down, you're actually going to see a merch store with a bunch of new merch. There's hoodies, there's t-shirts, there's coffee mugs that I personally drink out of. We're not selling those ones. I just bought one. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you can do that in a couple of ways. You can just pay us $5. That's going to go, just like we said, to making the channel a little bit better, make sure we can be here more often. If you have Amazon Prime, then you have Twitch Prime. And if you have Twitch Prime, then you can subscribe to this channel for free. All you got to do is link those accounts and click the button.
Click the button.
Could not have said it better myself, sir. Ian, where can people find you when you're not here throwing the dice
yo, if you want to come hang out with me, I'm at twitch.tv/EMFlux. If you want to drop me a follow, I wouldn't say no. If you want to drop me a follow right now, I'm right there in that chat. Just click my name and it'll take you to my channel, y'all. Or right there, there's a link right there also. You can also find me on Twitter at IanFlux12, IanFlux12. But I'm here a lot, it feels like. I'm here tonight. You'll catch me here again on Saturday. Yeah, so that's where you'll find me.
And Drew's not here to give the spiel, so I will. If you want to see past episodes of this, Season 1 and Season 2, and now Season 3 is up and going, full swing ahead. We also have some Starfinder, Star Venturers, Season 1 and Season 2. And we now have Coffee with Jbrews, the Saturday morning D&D stream. Feel free to go check that out at youtube.com/Jbrews. And you'll be able to see all those cool episodes. This will be uploaded on Monday. And Coffee with Jbrews is uploaded on Wednesdays. So be cool. Hit that follow button here. Hit that follow button and subscribe on YouTube. And we'll see you guys next week when we have hopefully the full party at the bottom of the Jabruvian hut. Bye, guys.